we are. So, Jather Redwillow, in his room at the senior barracks of Neverwinter Academy, training for weeks now at this point to become, well, the city's savior. At least he hopes. What do we have in our room, huh? A very large bed, chest for storing, a potted plant with a vase that's nearly as tall as I am, fair enough. Nice little cabinet here with some candles. It's a rather lovely room if I do say so myself. Especially since out there are just bedrolls on sticks. What's in this chest? A club? Pfft. No thank you. I don't need a club. Before I get started too much, how about we go over what we have on our screen for starters. Let's start with the most obvious thing would be the hotbar down here. It comes preset with a few things, such as abilities, items, and, well, detect mode and stealth mode. I'm gonna clear these slots out, because I want to set them myself. First, I'm going to right-click on F1. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Assign spell. Spell special abilities. Defensive casting mode. Perfect. F2. I think F2 we will bring our mace in case we need to hit something. You never know. I may need to. Alright, before I keep going, I'll go over what this is first. Someone might be wondering what defensive spellcasting is. Generally, if you cast a spell while in melee range, people get to whack at you. And I don't want to get hit in the head, so I use defensive spellcasting. Defensive casting mode allows the caster without triggering, or allows casting without triggering an attack of opportunity. However, you must make a concentration check. The difficulty class, or DC, is 15 plus the spell's level. So, I'll go into spells momentarily. Or you know what, we'll do it right now. Here's a cantrip. Say I'm trying to cast Cure Minor Wounds to heal 4 hit points. Okay? This is a level 0 spell. Meaning if I want to cast this with defensive casting on, I have to make a DC of 15. 15 plus 0. Now if I have my character sheet here, skills, concentration is a 6, meaning I have to roll a 9 or higher in order to succeed that spell, which is about a 55% chance. So, well, it's not incredibly likely, but it does prevent me from getting hit in the head, which is nice. I'll go into this in a bit more detail, don't worry. So, to talk about here, we have our hotbar, 12 slots, can be hit by F1 through F12. However, if we hold down Shift, you have a brand new bar, again 12 slots. Hold down Control, another 12 slots, bringing you a total of 36. I most likely won't even use up this first one, but you might. We have our chat window, very useful for showing dialogue, combat text, and the like. I'll keep it at around 3 lines of text. I think that'd be nice. Our compass, fairly standard compass, tells us month, day, and hour, as we will see soon. So, again, if you pan up, you can see the compass more clearly. Pan down, hard to see. Change direction. Classic compass, good for navigating. Now for this top right menu. Player list. As we are, well, single player, this is pointless. Game options. Shows us what version we're on, and classic option settings. Resume game. Notice also that it was paused. If you hit spacebar, you pause again, shown by the purple hourglass here. Everything stops. Animations, attacks, everything. Except for music, which you can obviously hear. Next, we'll go into our inventory. You can either hit I, or click this. First off, we have 6 tabs. So, we come with some items already coming into the game, as our training regiment, perhaps. We have 3 potions of Cure Light Wounds. I'm going to stack those. I could, however, split them by right-click, split. But I won't. I want them to be in a stack. We have some armor. I don't think I'll wear that. Not exactly my style. You know, I think Jather's a little arrogant. He won't need armor, at least for now. At least not for this petty training. So, we'll store this armor then, because I'm not going to use it. The shield, perhaps, and the torch is good to carry around. You never know. Alright then. These slots here, they're pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain them anyway. Our main hand can be used for a one-handed weapon, or a two-handed weapon. Arrows for bows, bullets for slings, bolts for crossbows. Here we have a belt slot, 2 rings, a necklace, a pair of shoes, a cloak, a helmet, a pair of gauntlets or gloves, and our offhand item, which can be a shield or another weapon for dual wielding. And of course, our armor, which I'm wearing my cleric's robes. We'll close that. Actually, no. We'll bring these potions down to F3. There we go. Here we have our map, opened by M, or by clicking. You can make it very large, very small. You can also add in your own pins, but I won't yet because it's a very small room and, you know what? What the hell? We'll do this. How about Jather's room? Now we can see if I mouse over that, Jather's room. There we go. But I'll close this for now. So, you'll notice there's what looks like to be a quill with an ink bowl, and it's flashing. This is our journal. Flashing means we have a new entry. We can set our own there. We also have completed quests, which we can search by date, name, or priority, and our current quests. Likewise, date, name, priority settings. Our journal has Academy Training. Let's read that. The year 1372, day 1 of the 6th month. You have trained long at the Academy, and today is your final day. To begin your adventures in Neverwinter, speak with each of the instructors in the complex. All will be able to give you tutorial information about basic skills, and you will need to complete one last lesson depending on whether your main focus is combat, rogue skills, divine magic, or arcane sorcery. Bards will be able to complete any one of these tests, while most other classes must report to the expert in their chosen field. Fair enough. As a cleric, we will be focusing on divine magic. We'll close this up. Now for some fun stuff. Spellbook. Like I said, we're going to be mostly focusing on spells with our character. So, first we have level 0 spells, or cantrips. One thing to point out as well is, as a cleric, I can turn any spell I have into a healing spell, due to, I believe it's called spontaneous casting. So, I do not actually need to bring healing spells. I'll instead, 1 point of damage, we'll bring this. Inflict minor wounds. Only a single point of negative damage, but it can be useful. A lot of this information is not applicable, but it's all useful. The stuff I care about is the range, touch, so I have to be next to them. The target is a single target, it's an instant cast, and spell resistance does apply. The save to negate this is a will save. However, you still take half damage, I think, due to that 1/2. We'll see. Now, like I said, I can turn this into a healing spell. You see there's an S there. Level 1 spells. Far more options. Again, as being the spellcasting cleric of death and healing, I think I do want to have inflict light wounds. We're going to be focusing on this, I think. But I will also bring cure light wounds down to this bar, because again, There's an S. I can convert this into a healing spell. Now what does this spell do, huh? Inflict light wounds. Same information as the minor, however the damage is vastly increased. 1d8 plus 1 for now, meaning anywhere from 2 through 9 damage. Very potent. I mean, I only have 10 hit points, I think, so a solid hit would almost kill me. We'll go with that. See, 10 hit points. Now, I have these spells, but they're grayed out. You see here, they're just grayed out, I can't do anything with them. That's because I need to rest. So, we'll take a rest, shall we? Well, how about we sit on the edge of our bed with our magical book and study these spells. This bar will slowly fill, and as it does, will regenerate hit points. However, we're at full, so this won't do anything for our hit points. But, as you can see, our spells are now ready. These are lit up, far more vivid. These are also ready to go. So, with that, I think we're ready to go. And we will move out into this lovely new world. But first, we'll save our game to show that off. Click on Save. And we'll click on NWN Ep 2. Why not? Save. Now that we've saved, let's continue on. So, our final test is approaching, and we're ready for the challenge. You will succeed. And save the city.
Finally, you're up. I was afraid you were going to sleep all day. I guess the instructors work you pretty hard here at the academy.
They do, but I can handle it.
My name's Pavel. I'm one of the new recruits. I just arrived here at the academy this morning.
You're Jather Redwillow, aren't you? Indeed I am. Is it true what they say about you? That Lady Erebeth herself ordered the academy to send you an invitation to come here for training. No, it's not. But she may have, honestly. I just don't recall it. I've never heard of anyone being invited to train at the academy before. Usually people are begging to get in. It must be a great honor for you. Indeed it is. It is an honor and a privilege to serve the city of Neverwinter. You're pretty modest for someone who's got such high expectations on him. It wasn't quite so easy for me to get into the academy. No, really? How'd you do it? Remember, my brother Bim and I were working on one of the nearby farms outside the city when we heard Lady Erebeth had put out a call for heroes to come aid the city of Neverwinter. Go on. We knew the city was suffering, but we didn't realize how bad things were until we got here. We arrived just before they sealed up the gates and quarantined the city. Oh wow. Thank the gods I got accepted into the academy. I wouldn't want to be out there on the streets with the plague, not with the city guards barely able to keep order anymore. Well, that is rough, but I should really continue with my training, sir. Yeah, I guess you'll want to get on with your training. Who knows? Maybe the next time we meet, the rumors about a cure will be true. Fair enough. Don't forget to say hi to my brother. I will. So, let's go complete our training. Assume this is his brother.
I saw you talking to my brother Pavel. My name is Bim. If you want, I can give you a short tutorial on adventuring.
No, thank you. I am not interested. Goodbye. So, you must be Olgerd.
Hello there. Come to get yourself some supplies from old Olgar, have you? Good idea. Can't have you wandering about the streets naked. Might give the academy a bad name.
That is true. That is true. The city guard are already having enough trouble maintaining control as it is. Plague bodies piled a dozen deep in the gutters. The wailing death running unchecked through the districts. Horrible, I say. But you've heard all this before, I'm sure. Here, I've got some equipment for you. A cleric like you might find it handy in completing your training. As you can see here in the bottom, we have a chain shirt acquired. Very nice. Continue. Now, if you're ready, I'll give a tutorial on how to access your inventory so that you can use the equipment I just gave you. No, thank you. Well then, I guess we don't need to go over it then, do we?
Oh, this might be a good time to teach you how to use the stores in the game. I have some items here you might want to purchase. Since you're part of the Academy, you get a special discount rate.
I don't need a tutorial on shopping, but thank you. However, I will see what you have to offer. Okay. The appraised skill here is merchant's reaction is favorable, meaning I actually get discounts. This chain sword's actually quite nice. It's lightweight, high armor, less of a skill penalty. Very good all in all. Here's some other armors, but I'm satisfied with the chain shirt, for now at least. Weapons, huh? What weapon will Jather use? It's a tough question, actually. There are lots of choices. I think, perhaps... I'm torn between the quarterstaff and the spear, honestly. I like polearms. You know what? We'll go for a spear for now. It's 1 gold piece. It does between 1 and 8 damage. On a critical, it does between... oh gosh... 3 to 24 damage? Yeah. Because it's not times 3 damage, but you roll this dice 3 times. So that's very scary. Does piercing damage. Seems great to me. For 1 gold piece? Sure. With that, we'll also sell our shield. We'll keep our mace, though, so I can have a torch out if I need to have that. So we'll do this. We'll drag this down. Ooh. See there, mace / torch. So now if I click on that, we'll bring both out at the same time. Like so. But I won't for now. But it's good to have. We'll clear this slot, bring our spear down as our main weapon. Cure light wounds. Okay. What do you have for spells and scrolls? Now, as an arcane mage, these are very nice to have, but I can't use near any of them. I will buy a potion, however. That'd be nice. No magic items. A healer's kit. That will be useful, in fact. I'll bring that along. And that's most of our money. I have 12 gold pieces left. Thank you, Olgerd. And with that, let's go back to our room and change. I believe this armor will be very useful. Better than that measly leather, after all. So, let's now change into this chain shirt. Get our spear ready. And I'll put my cleric's robes in my chest. For future use or more formal events. There we go. So, we look alright. As you can see, our tattoos, the black and white. Very nice. Now we could actually add a robe to this and cover the chain up, but I don't mind. I quite like this look for now. So we'll continue. We'll hustle back. And let's continue with our training, shall we? So, onward. Oh, we'll close this door behind us. Don't want to be rude or anything. Close this as well. There we go. And who are you, miss?
Hey there! You're one of the students here at the Academy, aren't you?
Indeed I am. I'm Berna, an instructor here at the Academy. If you want, I can give you a quick tutorial on how to use your map and journal. No thank you, but I'm curious. I want to ask you some questions. Of course, we instructors are here to give guidance to the students after all. How else will you complete your training? Well, you're an instructor here. What do you know about the Wailing Death? I know the quarantine of the city has done little to stop the affliction from spreading, though it has bred mistrust and fear among the people. Lady Arabeth does her best to keep the peace, but rumors are beginning to fly. People suspect some dark evil is behind the Wailing Death. Really? Soon the panic may lead to open rebellion. I pray we at the Academy are not forced into battle against the citizens of Neverwinter. They are the very people we're supposed to protect. What of a cure? Have you heard the rumors? So you have heard the rumors as well. You should focus on your studies and not idle gossip. Lady Arabeth is no doubt seeking a cure, but there has been no official word, and spreading rumors about a cure being stored at the Academy is dangerous. Fair enough. It draws unwanted attention. The people are desperate for a cure, so desperate they might even attack the Academy itself if they feel we have one. Very well, goodbye. Goodbye, Jather. Jather really wants to find information, though, about the plague itself and potential cures. Maybe some of the other instructors will be more forthcoming. This man does not, however. Herbin. The instructor looks at you critically. Everyone at the Academy must prove his or her worth, and he expects no less from you. Oh my, drill sergeant, are we?
It's about time you showed up, recruit. My name is Herbin. As far as your worthless hide is concerned, you can just call me sir.
Yes, sir. It's my job to teach you raw recruits some tips. You can hear the background screams or battle cries. Tips on combat techniques so you maggots don't get gutted out there in the real world. Yes, sir. Well, recruit, don't just stand there with that dopey pressure on your face. What's it going to be? Are you ready for combat training or aren't you? I already know everything I need to, sir. Is that so? For your worthless hide, I hope that's true. Not interested. However, I do want to try the combat drills. I think you might be more suited to taking on one of the other tests to complete your training, but if you really want to tackle the combat trials, you have that right, recruit. Go speak to my assistants. Corporal Dendy at the southeast end of the room will teach you in melee. Corporal Hewitt over by the west wall does range. Very well, I believe. That's him over there. Let's go try this spear out. Hello, Dendy.
So, Herbin sent you over for your combat trial, did he?
Yes, sir.
Well, my name is Dendy. I specialize in melee weapon combat.
Very
Are
well.
you ready to begin your final test?
Yes, sir, I'm ready. Don't worry, nothing to it. You and I are going to spar. I'll be in parry mode the whole time, trying to deflect your attacks. All you need to do is hit me once to pass. Or, if you prefer, all you have to do is use your weapon to destroy the target dummy next to me. The choice is yours. Attack me or the dummy. Since I'm not hostile, you'll have to right-click on me, then select the attack button from the menu. If you want to attack me, you can begin when you're ready. Well, I could, but I'd rather not. I'll attack this dummy instead. I can either left-click, or use the rail menu like he told me to. Roll a 12, so I miss. Roll a 9, so I also miss. This may take a while. Ooh, a 2, even worse. I'm bad at melee combat. Oh, very well then. Come on. There's a hit. A critical hit, in fact. I rolled a 20. Oh no, it was a 20, but I didn't confirm the critical hits. So it just did maximum level damage. Now that
But
was
you should
it.
continue your training elsewhere.
Thank you, sir. I will go see this Corporal Hewitt. Let's go. Corporal Hewitt, eh?
So Harbin sent you over for your combat trial, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my name is Hewitt. I specialize in ranged and missile weapon combat. Are you ready to begin the final test?
Yes, sir, I'm ready. Don't worry. Hit the target. Very well. Before I do, though, I'll pause and I'll go over that combat streak. So, initiative roll. I'll go into that later when we actually have live opponents. You see lots of misses. That's because his armor class, I believe, was 15. However, I couldn't hit that until I rolled a 20. The 20 is an automatic hit and possibly a critical hit. In order to confirm that critical hit, I roll again, and if I hit, it does the times 3 damage that you see via the 20 points or so. Haven't got one of those yet, but maybe I will. So that still did 8 damage, which is a lot. It's my maximum, actually. With a 12, I missed. I got another 20, but I missed the critical, but I still did high damage. I rolled a 7, and then I killed it. That's how that works. Possibly a little confusing, I apologize, but we'll continue anyway. Let's grab a ranged weapon here. Now I can only use weapons such as crossbows and slings. I'll grab a sling for now. There you go, equip the ammunition. Take a few steps back. Alright, let's begin.
Not bad.
Hey!
But since you're a different class type than I'm used to, you should be training elsewhere.
I hit a 10, so his AC was a 10. Not bad. Alright. I'll put these back now. I won't be using these, but it's good to have practice, so we'll just put these back. Okay. What do you have to say, Harbin? Sir?
Back again, recruit? What do you want this time? And you better address me as sir, or this conversation is over.
I've completed my training, sir. What now? You're a cleric, not a soldier. We can't teach you anymore. Very well, the cleric challenge. Let's go do that then. So. Who's this? Arcane magic trainer, Instructor Drew, huh? Let's go talk to him. He may have information on the plague. Who knows, it could be of an arcane nature. Let's find out. Excuse me, you are Drew.
Hey there. Welcome to my little corner of the Academy. I'm Drew, resident master of the arcane. It's more a ceremonial title than anything else. I'm really just your run-of-the-mill wizard.
Very well. Look, Jather, I'm not trying to be rude, but are you sure you're in the right place? My expertise is in mage and sorcerer spells. You can't cast either type. If you want, I can give you a lesson on casting spells, but it won't bring you any closer to completing your training at the Academy. Or do you need something else? I actually want to talk to you, though. Can you tell me about this plague? One thing I can tell you is not to believe the unfounded rumors. Those who claim the plague was caused intentionally by some unknown enemy of Neverwinter are only adding to the panic. Nobody knows where the Wailing Death came from, and just as nobody knows how to stop it from spreading. And until now, there hasn't been any prayer or potion that can cure it. But I think Lady Aerith is heading in the right direction now. She's a smart one. And I think Lord Nasher made the right choice putting her in charge while I was dealing with this plague. What do you know of the cure, though? I shouldn't say anything, but I suppose the information is common knowledge among students by now. Kelvin Arunson, the most famous mage this side of the Elminster, had himself discovered a cure for the Wailing Death. Really? Ever-famous Kelvin Blackstaff. Leave it to a mage to come up with a cure when all priests and healers couldn't, right? Old Blackstaff figured out that combining the proper reagents would create an elixir to save us all. Waterdeep helped us by capturing the monsters necessary to concoct the cure, and they sent them here to the Academy for safekeeping. That's the real reason Lady Aerith is here, I suspect. Thank you. Goodbye. Very useful. Kelvin Blackstaff. Rather famous mage in all parts of Faerun, really. He sent creatures here to cure the plague. That's fascinating. Who's this? Instructor Keta. Rogue, huh? You might have some if you're the overall espionage orientation trainer.
Hi there. My name's Keta, head of security, espionage, and intrigue here at the Academy. No need to tell me who you are. My sources are way ahead of you.
Jather Redwillow. Yep. My sources never figured you as a type who would go in for this whole creeping cloak and dagger bit, but maybe we pegged you wrong. So, interested about learning the little ways of arts of those who operate on the shady side of the law? I really just wanted to ask you some questions, is all. I always get antsy when someone starts interrogating me, but I don't see any harm in telling you what you want. Okay, shoot. What do you know of the plague? I'm not supposed to talk about the plague with the students anymore. Seems like the higher-ups think I'm the one responsible for starting those conspiracy theories running rampant through the barracks. But I know the plague was no accident. My spy network hasn't been able to find out who caused it or why. But if my sources are accurate, at least help is on the way. Seems the Archmage Kelvin Runson has come up with a cure, according to the reports delivered to Lady Arabeth. Not that I was spying on her, you understand. I was just snooping around for practice, you know? Oh, of course, I understand. But this cure, can you confirm it? Is it these creatures? You're lightning quick, Jather. When you want a real scoop, you come to me. Uh-huh. All about them. Seems the Archmage has figured how to brew a cure for the Wailing Death using reagents gathered from strange and exotic monsters. Monsters that have been brought to the Academy for safekeeping. Interesting. I was hoping to see what monsters they were, but very well. Let's just continue my training. Maybe Arabeth will tell me. So, who is this? Oh, can't control there. Who is this? Aha! Instructor Ellenwood. As I've been here for a few weeks now, I suppose I'm very familiar with Mr. Ellenwood here.
Greetings and well met. I am Ellenwood, faithful servant of Tyr and devotional leader here at the Academy.
No doubt you have come to this chapel to complete your instruction. By all accounts, you have shown great promise in your studies so far. I have no doubt you will do the Academy proud once your training is complete. Before you proceed to the trials of faith, Jather, I will give you a tutorial on casting. No, thank you. Very well. The test is a simple one for those whose devotion is true, Jather. Do you see the man by the south wall of the room? Just use your magic to heal his wounds. Then you must use your ability to turn undead to defeat the skeleton on the north wall. Return to me once you have completed this task, Jather. I will wait to see how you fare. Let's do with the healing first, the life portion of this exercise. Once again, I can convert any spell I want to into a healing spell.
What can I get you?
You have been healed. And you. This seems like a great time to go over Turn Undead. Ah, and my shadow spell. So, Turn Undead. We'll pause. With this feat, the character can force undead to flee in terror. This ability may be activated 3 times per day, plus the Cleric's Curse modifier, which for me is 2, so 5 total. The Cleric's level and Charisma are used to determine how many undead are turned. However, if the Cleric has twice as many levels as the undead have hit dice, then the undead are destroyed instantly. Interesting. Let's try this out then. My bad, let's try that again, shall we? Much better. Sometimes pausing causes issues. So then, Ellenwood.
Your training here is complete. You should proceed to the South Assembly Hall to receive blessings and congratulations from Lady Arabeth.
I see. Before you go, please accept this gift. Oh my, chainmail. Goodbye. Let me head to my room, huh? That is really heavy. And before I continue here, I'm going to head back. I'm gonna store this chainmail that Olgerd gave me, and also try on this chainmail. How powerful is it? What can it do? Let's go find out, shall we? Let's go change in my room. Oh, Berna, shush. I've already talked to you. So, inside the barracks, to our room. Alrighty then. So, chainmail, huh? Our chain shirt gives us 4 armor, weighs 30 pounds. This, 5 armor for 40 pounds. Wow. Yep, 1 more AC, 10 more pounds there. How's it look? Looks like chainmail to me. Let's add a robe to this, shall we? Let's make it look a little bit fancier. Add a robe. What does a casual robe look like? Ah, looks very nice, actually. Very clerical. A formal robe? Not quite. Ooh, sleeveless mage robe. Not quite my style. Now there's that. Ooh, a little bit of an issue there. Let's go with the casual robe. Make the changes. I look far more clerical now, I believe. Ooh, we'll store my chain shirt here in this chest. That looks nice. Alright, we now have some nice armor. We look like we are properly ready to meet Erebeth, I think. We're wearing some rather formal clothing. Let's go see her. Now, as I run there, talking about armor, clerics can wear full plate, which is the highest level of armor, which I believe gives 8 to armor class, but oh, it weighs so much. I probably won't be wearing that, but I might wear, you know, medium armor, because my strength is so low. I mean, I'm already carrying 50 pounds, so we'll see how it goes, though. I might increase my strength. Anyhow, here's the door guard.
Now that you've finished your training, you can go on into the South Assembly Hall if you want. Lady Erebeth is still granting blessings to all the Academy graduates.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.